What's up, y'all? So some of you probably seen the videos that I've posted about tapering off Effexor or the side effects that I went through when I was on Effexor. A lot of you have commented and talked about your own experiences. And some of you have reached out and called me, and they have been extremely emotional moments, and I appreciate all of them. And continue. I mean, that's why I tell you guys, if I tell you call me, I mean it. Call me. Let's talk. This is scary stuff that you're going through. Now, one of the things that has been just really common that people have talked about who are coming off of Effexor is that their doctors say, well, since you're going to be having a lot of anxiety, we're going to give you Xanax to help with your anxiety as you come off of Effexor. Now, it's been 25 years since I was on Xanax, or if you want to call it Ativan, or every other thing that they call it, but we'll just say benzos, okay? Just benzos. My experience with them 25 years ago, or close to, was when my father passed away. Right after, I feel like it was the day of, or maybe the day after, that my mom said, hey, Dr. Huffman, and this was weird, that Dr. Huffman said, hey, if you're experiencing anxiety, come see me and I'll help you with it. And he was our general practitioner, right? And he was probably genuinely concerned. He had known us our whole life, and really our whole life. He probably felt like he was doing me a favor, but I went up there and he said, listen, you're probably going to start feeling anxious being that you found your dad after he killed himself. I've got this prescription for you so that whenever you feel anxious, you just take one of these pills and you'll feel better. You'll feel less anxious. Okay, cool. I didn't know anything about Xanax at the time. So I remember I was at work the next day and I'd gotten them filled, and I was at work and just kind of having a moment. And so I took one and I felt good. I did a pretty good job of maintaining control of these because I think partially because there was so much going on with the funeral and family coming in that I really didn't have time to get hooked on this stuff. Well, after the funeral happens and everybody kind of goes their way, I'm still taking these Xanax, and I'm pretty quickly, I've gone from taking one pill a day to I'm taking at least 3 or 4 a day. Because the problem is, you grow a tolerance way too fast. Way too fast. So we'll use the hand scale. If this is anxious, this is our baseline anxiety. Dad just killed himself. We're not happy in life. We're really, really going through some stuff. We're suicidal. Okay, and this is 0. This is 0. You take Xanax and we go down. Normally we're gonna go up and stuff because you feel good. No, we're not going up. We're going down. Okay, because anxiety goes up like crazy, skyrockets. All right. So when we take Xanax, we go like -5, maybe -10, and that feels good. Oh man, I can understand why people get hooked on this stuff. Because you feel good. Nothing really matters, but you're on it long enough that you're having to constantly up your dose to feel that. I feel good. But you're taking now like 2-3 milligrams a day. You're taking 0.25 to begin with. Okay, so you're taking way more than what your allotment is, because the doctor only says you can have X amount in X amount of days, right? So you're taking more than what your allotment is. You're having to find them wherever you can find them, because you are now, your body is addicted. Sucks. Because you are a slave to that thing. I went into work one day, side effect of Xanax. And this is one of the things that you can use to find out if your friend is on Xanax. And we all know them. Oh, we all know them. We've all had that friend that's hopefully been on Xanax and beat it and got off it. Okay, because they can't remember anything. If you and I have this conversation right now, tomorrow we'll talk. No clue. Nah. It wipes your memory out. When you're sober, oh, that's horrible. Because your anxiety, when you're sober, your anxiety, because you don't realize this, you just think that you're having a suicidal panic attack moment that's chemically a chemical imbalance, because you just witnessed your father commit suicide and your anxiety is way up here. Okay, yeah. No, this was zero. This was zero. Why is my anxiety all the way up here? What's going on? Well, your mind is misfiring in so many different directions that you don't realize you're an addict. You're addicted to this chemical that makes you feel good. And you're hooked hard. Your body wants this, it craves it, and I'm telling you, if you've never been on it, it's like trying to explain to somebody, yeah, when I broke my forearm, I could feel the bones grinding next to each other as I was still riding my bike. They can just be like, oh man, that sucks. They don't get it. If you've been on this and you've been here, you get it. Okay? Now, you got to figure out how to get off of it. And what I've learned is that these people, I've met people now that have been prescribed. Not digging through their grandma's drawer. They've been prescribed Xanax for multiple years for anxiety. And I'm like, did they give you a roadmap of, hey, this is how we're going to teach you to deal with your anxiety. We're going to teach you how to work on certain drills to deal with your anxiety and your panic attacks and stuff. We're going to educate you, and we're going to teach you breathing exercises, and we're going to teach you things. No. They're like, pull out the dartboard and let's start throwing darts at it. This pill, that pill, this pill, that pill. I don't understand how these guys aren't locked up. Now, I'm an addict, right? Sorry, I digress. I'm an addict. I'm hooked on this stuff. I'm lying to my doctor so I can get more. I'm begging my girlfriend to find some at work. And I'm on it. I can't remember anything. Like I say, I was going into work. I walk in the back and there's this whole sideboard. Completely stripped. I was rebuilding antiques at the time. Completely stripped. Somebody had done an amazing job stripping that thing. I walk up front and I said, Chuck, did Kyle come in yesterday and actually do something? Who stripped that sideboard back there? He goes, you did. You did. When? Yesterday. You were here all day. You didn't even leave for lunch. You were here all day. You sat back there and stripped. We barely even saw you. And it was very unusual for me. I mean, most of the time I was sitting up front smoking cigarettes with Chuck till Gary showed back up, and then I go run and do some work. But he said, no, you strip furniture like all day. So 25 years ago, I don't remember exactly what the moment of enough's enough, but I remember that maybe I ran out of money. Maybe I ran out of connections on where to get my pills. Whatever the hell it was, I had to stop. Holy, that was, oh my God. That afternoon, because I would usually start taking my pills, after that incident with going into work all messed up to where I stripped furniture and didn't even know it, I quit taking pills during the day. I started making myself take them at night. And that way I could stretch them out further, right? Oh, so I started taking them like usually about the time I got off work, and then, throughout the evening. My girlfriend always went to bed early, and I would start popping my pills about the time that she went to bed. Well, so the first night that I run out, I'm all like, all right. And I had tapered myself down. I'd been breaking pills. I had been stretching as far as I could because I know I can already feel the anxiousness. I can feel the anxiety. I mean, oh my God. Remember 0? And I'm like, whoa, it is through the roof because at the same time, what am I? What am I? In this moment, what am I? I'm a drug addict. I'm a piece of shit. I'm an addict. I should be at NA meetings. I'm what people talk about. Oh yeah, Jeff, he's strung out on Xanax. Yeah, I was. Doctor prescribed them to me too. And guess what? If I got pulled over with them and I had that damn, if I wasn't messed up, if I had Xanax and a prescription on me, totally legal. Jesus, man, I can't even imagine. I'm sure, just like everybody else who's on Xanax drives on that stuff. Jesus. You remember getting to places not even knowing how I got there. I mean, that stuff wipes your memory. But anyway, first night, and I'm laying there, and the first things that started happening was kind of like these jerks. Like, I mean, like you'd be laying there in bed and you'd, like, my legs would feel uncomfortable and I'd kind of move and my arms kind of jerk and jump and whoa, then you get the flex. Okay, those are the jerks and the jumps and those suck. And then you get the straight on, you're just laying there and your legs are as cramped. Every single thing in your body is just laying there. I mean, you feel like your muscles are gonna rip off the joints. You're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold. It's like having the flu. You can't sit still. And I'm laying there next to my girlfriend because I don't want her to know that I'm a junkie. I fought that for nights were the worst. Days I could deal with. It sucked. Now I will tell you, I look like every movie you ever seen of some kid high on drugs digging through his grandparents' medicine cabinet. Oh yeah, I went over there to go see them. I raided their medicine cabinet. Oxycontin, or not oxy, hydrocodone. Never taken oxy. Hydrocodone, Xanax. Shit that probably didn't even get you high. Probably for constipation. But eventually I beat it. God. I say 25 years ago. I'm a regional RSO now. I mean, I got a real job. I got real responsibilities. I got a family and kids and successful and life is good. Man, I hear these stories in Xanax. Jesus. When you finally decide to come off of it, it's going to suck. There's no way of going around it. It's going to suck. You're going to want to die. You're going to want to kill yourself. You're going to want to kill the doctor who put you on it. It's horrible. But it is no different than having a Band-Aid that is in just like this thing is in, it's just like your hair. It's one of them real Band-Aids. It ain't like them cheapies that just kind of get wet and slide off. No, this has been in there, the water park all day type Band-Aid. And then when you pull it off, it's going to hurt like hell. It's going to suck. But you know it's got to come off. Got that pool water underneath there. Man, that shit's just gross. You got to get off this stuff. Sorry, I can talk about this all damn night. We ain't even gone into hydrocodone. I mean, I got to do a video on hydrocodone too, because, man, that was some embarrassing stuff. Jesus. All right. I digress. Y'all, if you got any questions, if you want to talk about it, leave a comment. Just say something, man. I've been there, bro. I've been there. Oh, 30 seconds at a time. Jesus, man. Set times probably 5 seconds at a time. Like I said, never said a word to my girlfriend. Not one word. But my wife, some time afterwards, she knew every bit of what I was going through with Effexor. Just different type of people, you know, right? You gotta put yourself around the right people when you do something like this, because it's hard. Jesus, it's hard. Sorry, y'all. Have a good night. Let me know if I can help. Serious.